Only after they were gone. Only after I pressed my nose to the window and watched their car swing around the corner and out of sight. I knew they didn't hate me. So why didn't they want to take me? "Why, Grandma?" I once asked. She looked at me, then slapped me upside my head. Growing up was a minefield. I had to watch every step, but it was hard to remember all the time. I was something like 6 years old when a sick pedophile turned me into a pincushion for his perverted urges. What did I know, though? I was playing by myself in the alley behind our house, throwing stones at trash cans and scaring rats out from their hiding places and pretending to hunt them. Suddenly, this older guy appeared from around the corner. He stepped in from the shadows. His name was Hoss. He was in his late teens, probably around 16 or 17. Right away, I knew he was trouble. I saw it in his bloodshot eyes. In no uncertain terms, he said, "I'm gonna fuck with you, you little chicken shit pussy." I should have run, but I didn't, because he was right about me in that sense. I was a little chicken shit. It was as if the terror I felt paralyzed me, glued me in place, and made me easy prey. Hoss threw me against the wall in a darkened corner, shielded from the view of anyone passing by. Then he unzipped his pants and put his dick into my mouth. "Suck it," he ordered. Relieved he didn't want no asshole, I did as told. Afterward, Hoss walked off happy and left me trembling in the chilly darkness. I cried and shook and tried to make sense of what had happened. I knew something horrible had happened to me. I felt violated, humiliated, dirty, fearful, and most of all, ashamed. But I couldn't sort that shit out. Fuck. I carried that secret around for most of my life. I told no one. Ever. Hoss quit bothering me after a partner of his told him he couldn't do that to me anymore. Same guy also came up to me and said, "Hey, man, you can't suck no dick." Oh, shit. Somebody else knew. I was humiliated and shamed even more. Several nights later, I sat at the supper table with my dad and grandmother. In the middle of eating, my dad started singing the song, "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles." I felt a shiver of embarrassment and mortification run up and down my spine like rats in a wall. What the fuck? Did he know too? And if he knew, I wondered, why didn't he do something? Why didn't he cut off Hoss's dick? Then again, maybe it was a coincidence that he sang that song. I don't know why he sang it. I never asked. He never said anything either. It sure upset me. For the rest of my life, I cursed Hoss like no motherfucker's ever been cursed. I even invented new cuss words. Chicken-licking motherfucking dick fucker. I beat his ass 1,000,000 times. I replayed the rape, but in my revamped version, I bit his dick off rather than do as he told. I laughed at him. I did everything short of murder him, because I hated what he did more than anything that had ever happened to me. The man put his dick in my mouth. Many years later, I went back to Peoria to make JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling, and heard that Hoss was looking for me. Oddly, even though I was a famous and successful comedian surrounded by big, menacing bodyguards who would have killed at the snap of my fingers, I was seized by that old sense of fear of Hoss telling me to suck his dick. Thought I'd shaken the memory. Guess not. Motherfucker. Had me a ghost rattling in the attic. It didn't matter that I lived in a big house behind a gate in Los Angeles, some half a country from the bricks and bars of the old neighborhood. My ass was haunted by the image of Hoss's dick. As I waited for him, I imagined him winking, asking me to go outside and then to suck his dick. I wondered how to respond. I thought about killing the motherfucker, getting even after all these years. But I'm too much of a chicken shit. And I knew, given my luck, that he'd live to testify against me and send my ass to jail, and I knew the kind of dick I'd get there. Finally, one afternoon, Hoss showed up at my trailer. I was curious how he'd look after all these years. I was more concerned with how I'd respond to him. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I opened the door. Hoss stood there looking older, but otherwise not much different than I remembered him. He had a small boy with him. His arm was on the boy's shoulder. "This is my son," he said, extending his hand toward me as if we were old friends. I couldn't believe it. After preparing a lifetime for this moment, I suddenly had nothing to say. Nor did Hoss. What was done was done. What was there to do? "He's a real big fan of yours," Hoss said of his little boy. "I told him I'd bring him down and ask for an autograph." "Okay," I said. The boy was about the same age I'd been when his father raped me. I never could forget. I hoped the boy fared better. 5.